Hey there, it's me, and I'm back today to show you how I trim my natural hair. What's that? Oh, this necklace. This necklace is a handmade creation that is available for sale in my Etsy shop. I put the link in the description box, so hopefully you'll visit the Etsy shop. It's called the Naima Collection, and it's named after my first daughter. Her middle name is Naima. And I have lots of accessories over there, necklaces, bracelets, earrings that are really unique and handmade by me. So that's enough for my shameless plug. Now on to trimming my natural hair. The first thing that you'll need is a good pair of hair cutting shears. These are brand new. You want to make sure that they're sharp. Definitely very sharp, because if you cut your hair with dull scissors, you run the risk of damaging your hair. So like if you have any split ends, then it could just take that split end further up your hair shaft, and you don't want that to happen. So these were relatively inexpensive. They were about $12. So I know that there are scissors out there in the $40, $50, $100 range. That was not in my budget, but these are very sharp. They had good reviews. I got them from Ulta, and they are the Fromm, I don't know if you can see that, shape 5 3/4 inch hair shears. They are basic stainless steel hair cutting shears, but they are very sharp, which is very important. So the next thing you want to make sure that you have is a bag or something to collect the hair in, unless you mind getting hair all around. I really don't want to have to sweep up all the hair, so I'm going to try and get everything into the bag. And then you want to make sure that your hair is dry but well moisturized. You want to make sure that it's clean and that you have moisturized your hair well, but you don't want it to be wet. And I'll talk more about the benefits of cutting natural hair dry as opposed to wet on my blog, so you can check it out there. I've already started this side, and as you can see, I started to put them in twist. So all this here has been trimmed already, and I'm going to be starting on this side for the purposes of the video. So I have my hair in chunky twists. I had just co-washed with Tresemme Naturals, and then I used Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Hair Smoothie, and then I sealed with a mixture of olive oil, vitamin E oil, and coconut oil, as well as a little bit of castor oil. And so it's nice and well moisturized. So what I'm going to do now is take the hair apart gently, and then push this piece back. You want to section it into small workable sections, and take the hair, and I'm doing a search and destroy trim method. So instead of just taking the hair and just cutting, a certain amount of hair, I'm actually going through the hair to look for single strand knots and split ends and anything that just doesn't look well. So I know you can't see my knots on the screen, but just to give you an idea of what I'm doing. So find a single strand knot, and I'll just take it and cut the hair, put it in here. I know it seems very long and tedious, but it is well worth it. And I don't think you will probably catch every single strand knot and split end, but it's worthwhile to go through and try and find as much damage as you can. So for me, I haven't trimmed my hair in over a year, which is way too long. I think because I was actually seeing growth, I didn't want to lose any of it. But I do know that I'm not maximizing my growth because my ends have damage, split ends and fairy knots, which when I manipulate my hair, the damaged parts break off, and I have been seeing a lot of breakage. So think just by doing this trim will definitely help to keep the health of my hair so that my growth is maximized. So going through, checking for split ends, cutting them off, and then once I finish with that section, then I'll take a little bit, probably about ½ inch, mostly, a little longer in some spots. Take about ½ inch and just snip it. And so then what I'll do is put it in a twist. I'll twist it all the way down. And the benefit of doing this is that if you missed anything, any knots or anything, you can really feel it as you take your finger down the twist. So, like, I felt a knot that I missed, and what I'm going to do is just take the scissors and go through, if you can still see me hopefully, and snip. Just small snips of where there might be other single strand knots. And so, like I said, it's kind of a tedious, time-consuming process, but it's well worth it. And I think once you do this, you don't have to do it very often. Just enough to really get your hair back on track, which is what I'm trying to do. And then there's another one there. And for the most part, I think I got everything in this section. And so then I'll move on to the next section that I separated. And so that is generally how I search and destroy, do the search and destroy method of trimming my hair. So I hope that helps, and I will see you in the next video.